Have you ever been listening to your next door neighbor shout and be thinking, I really want that on a disc in Minecraft? Well, now you can. All you have to do is get a recording of your neighbors yelling. Wow, they're really mad. Then once you have your file, you're gonna head on over to mctools.net. This is a great website where you can make things like custom paintings, armor stand skins, player heads, capes, and avatar makers. Everything that you see on here is free and I highly recommend you check it out. But we're going to click on here on the music disc maker. Once you click on that, it's going to bring up this menu and it's going to show every disc that is in the game. Now, make sure that it is a disc that you do not want to overwrite, because whatever audio you want to use, it's going to get rid of that disc in the game. For me personally, I'm just going to go ahead with 13 because it's right in the top corner. Once my disc is selected, all I have to do is come down to audio uploads and drag my audio file over here. So I'll go ahead and take my copy of Angry Neighbors Screaming. Then I can come on down and I can set pack settings by naming it and selecting a color. Once I have all that figured out, I can either have this set up for Bedrock version or for Java. Since I mostly play in Java, I'm going to go ahead and click that and download. Then I can go back into my world and get my jukebox set up and make sure I have a copy of the music disc that I will be replacing. Once I have all that, I'm going to go ahead and go into my options, go to resource packs and open pack folder. I know you guys can't see it now, but I'm going to go ahead and go to my downloads. I'm going to find the zip file and I'm going to drag that over into my resource pack folder. Then once it's in there, it should pop up and look like this. Now, it's going to say incompatible, but you don't have to worry about it. It should still work. Then I'm going to click this arrow and it's going to move on over to my selected and I can hit done to let it load. Then we go ahead and we grab our disc, which you can see is labeled after our angry screaming neighbors, and we can play it on the jukebox. Yeah, they're still really mad. Now, in reality, you can put any sort of sound file on these discs that you want. If you wanted to replace some of them with covers of your favorite artists, go ahead and do that. But in the end, the choice is up to you. But now that you're an expert at making discs in Minecraft, maybe you'd like to learn how to make 3 simple redstone contraptions. You can do so by looking at this video in the top right corner. Oh, I almost fell. But that's enough out of me, and I'll see you in the next one. See ya!